So, you just watched the new Dune Part 2 trailer.
I don't care what you believe, I believe.
And you might be a little confused and want to learn more about the movie. But every video about the new Dune movie on YouTube is filled with spoilers and Easter eggs. Well, I've got you covered. Here's a recap of Part 1 with details about Part 2 that won't spoil the movie for you. Let me give you a little recap. Timothée Chalamet stars in Denis Villeneuve's Dune, a sci-fi thriller set hundreds of years in humanity's future, in the year 10,191. The main character, Paul, belongs to House Atreides, which is one of the most powerful families in the universe. His family is given ownership of the planet Arrakis, a desert world that holds a substance known as spice, the most valuable substance in the universe. It is also the home of the desert people known as the Fremen. The desert world of Arrakis is the only place in the universe that has spice, and is the main planet where the story takes place, hence the name, Dune. Basically, Paul's family were given ownership of Arrakis by the Emperor, but this was just a trap set by the Emperor, who was jealous of House Atreides. A few days after they landed on Arrakis, they were attacked and slaughtered by the Emperor's military and the main villains of the show, the Harkonnens, led by Baron Vladimir Harkonnen, who's played by Stellan Skarsgård. Paul escapes during the attack, joins the Fremen, and that is where we find ourselves at the start of Dune Part 2. Now that you're all caught up, here are 3 key details in the trailer that will give you more context about the movie without spoiling it. No spoilers ahead. 1. This sequel is an epic war movie.
Reload!
The first Dune Part 2 trailer mainly focused on Paul riding the Sandworm and the reveal of several new characters such as Margot Fenring, Fade Routher, played by Austin Butler, and Princess Irulan, played by the lovely Florence Pugh. But it didn't really give us an idea of what the events of the movie would be like. This trailer does. This trailer makes it very clear that Dune Part 2 is going to be an epic war movie filled with action, adrenaline, and amazing fight scenes. Director Denis Villeneuve and multiple stars in the show have stated this to be fact, saying that the first movie was a slow, contemplative film used to set the stage for this movie, which will be an epic war movie. The second main detail revealed in this trailer is the first look at the legendary Christopher Walken as the Emperor, Emperor Shaddam Carino, the head of House Carino and the Emperor of the universe. As I said before, this is the man who plotted with House Harkonnen to eradicate House Atreides. In the trailer, he's seen insulting Paul's father.
Your father was a weak man.
But his dad was weak. You can't be telling a man that he's
I
his
know,
dad's weak.
I know.
Shout out to Cyber Nerds, by the way. Check him out. Carino apparently used to want to wed his eldest daughter, Princess Irulan, to Paul's father back in the day, but couldn't because she was too young at the time. So we all know that jab at Paul's father wasn't for real. The Emperor has 5 children who are all daughters, so he probably needed an heir to his throne. The reason why he conspired with the Harkonnens to destroy House Atreides was because he became jealous and worried about the growing military might of the Atreides army.
Atreides!
An army so powerful, they were said to be even more dangerous than the Emperor's vicious army, the Sardaukar. If you've ever read the 48 Laws of Power, you would know that House Atreides broke Law 1, never outshine the Master. Despite the fact that the Atreides would never have tried to take the throne, their growing military might and popularity among the other houses in the universe made the Emperor nervous, so he made sure to wipe them out the first chance he got, and for the most part, he did. Fun fact, there are no satellites on Arrakis, and computers don't exist in the Dune universe. So besides the Harkonnens and the Emperor, nobody knows how House Atreides was wiped out. The final big detail revealed in this trailer is a closer look at the planets Gidi Prime and Kaitain, the homeworlds of House Carino and Harkonnen. In Dune, the families that rule over the universe are known as the Great Houses of the Landsrat, and the greatest and most powerful of all these is House Carino. Their symbol is a lion, obviously. And their home planet used to be Solusu Secundus, but that planet is trash, so they all moved to a new planet, which is a paradise world known as Kaitain. We see glimpses of the trees and gardens within this world in the trailer. The other planet we see a lot of is Gidi Prime, which is the homeworld of the main villains of the movie, the Harkonnens. We saw a bit of Gidi Prime in the first movie, but honestly, I've watched the first movie like 3 times at this point, and we literally only saw 2 minutes of Gidi Prime. How they gonna do us like that, Batista?
How?
As I said before, Gidi Prime is the homeworld of the main villains of this movie, and it is a planet where slavery is legal, and the entire planet is one big industrialized factory. There are no trees or vegetation at all, except for in a small sector in the planet, and the only reason why those trees exist is because they are very rare and make a lot of money. The Harkonnens also use those trees to make the whips they use on slaves. The Harkonnens put the money first, as they have completely sucked all the resources from their planet to turn it into a big money-making machine. Because of all the radiation and chemicals, there is very little sunlight on this planet, and that's why all the Harkonnens are pale and bald, in case you were wondering. In the book, they aren't bald. This was actually a genius decision made by director Denis Villeneuve, who really wanted to highlight the effects of what living on Giedi Prime is like. In the trailer, we see Fade Routher fight in the arena.
Show me who you are.
This is because on Giedi Prime, there's a gladiator arena. We also see that these scenes are shot in black and white. This is because director Denis Villeneuve is in love with the color black and has long dreamed of creating a sensual world filled with vibrant, darker colors. I can't wait to see how he brings it all to life. And even if you don't like Dune, you'll want to watch this movie just because of the cinematography. Personally, I'm super excited for this movie and we'll be covering it more and more. So if you want to keep learning more about Dune without any spoilers for the movie, leave a comment down below and tell me what you're most excited to see.